So a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago actually now, we were asked by the RSPCA, whom we work alongside most rescues within Lancashire and Merseyside, and we were taken to, well, we were asked to go to a house in Manchester, and in that house were a family that were being evicted. And they had 11 cats. This is Ash. She was the first of their 11 cats. Come on, baby girl. How are you? Are you okay? Yeah. So, Ash had a litter of kittens. They were absolutely flu-ridden. And there was other cats in the house, another mum and kittens, her older litter that hadn't been rehomed, and another male cat. So because Ash was so flu-ridden, we didn't have an isolation space. So we took 6 out of that household on our first visit. Very emotional. A really tough visit. The lady was unwell, and eviction's tough. For whatever reason, they were being evicted. So we took the first half of the cats, and 2 weeks later, we went back for the second half, which was Ash and her babies, and beyond flu-ridden still, but we had an isolation spot for them. Kittens needed antibiotics very quickly. We're quite dehydrated. Ash, as you can see, she's a really sweet girl. Because of a flu, she's had to have major dental work. So now, poor girl's only got a few teeth left in her head, because she's had to have them all removed because flu causes Calyce virus, which does massive damage to gums. So she's had to have quite major surgery to resolve that, and she'll be neutered probably next week. We just wanted her to come over her first surgery first, because you wouldn't do a dental and a stay at the same time. And then she'll start to look for a new home. Her kittens went to a fosterer, and the fosterers actually kept all 3 of them. So it's been a happy outcome for these cats, but a really, really tough situation in regards to the family situation. For myself and my colleagues that visited the house, we're not just dealing with the animals, we're dealing with the people. We're walking away knowing that a 14-year-old girl isn't going to know where she's sleeping the next night. And this is a situation that we are dealing with consistently throughout the year. To know we got a solution for the cats was fantastic, but it was also unnecessary. Had this one cat been neutered in the first place. Across all of the cats that we've taken from that household, we'll be facing a bill of more than £5,000 between neutering, vaccinations, operation, Ash, and the other medical bills that fit in, which is pretty standard, specialist food as well, for them. So yeah, huge cost to us, but these are decisions we have to make. When we get a flu case in, they need to be isolated. That means much more PPE. It means moving staff around to ensure that I've just got one member of staff responsible for them, to not risk the rest of our cattery. So there's lots of implications for us. We are keeping our heads above water, but we're certainly not sloshing in money by any stretch of the imagination. But I anticipate that this year is going to be even harder. I suspect that the financial turmoil that the world the UK in particular finds itself in, is having a massive impact on cats that are needing to be rehomed. We'd probably see about a 70% stray population versus pets being given up. Whereas at the moment we're seeing 90% pets given up, and the reasoning being cost. It's an expensive world that we're living in, and it's a world where people aren't having their pets neutered. They're not taking that level of responsibility, which has a massive impact on all rescue across the UK. A cat can, reproduce very young. A cat that has kittens in January, its kittens can be having kittens within the year, and then its kittens can be having kittens very quickly after that. Don't take on a pet unless you absolutely think you can afford it. They're not a necessity. I know they sound like quite sort of hard words, but you know, they are financially, quite a burden to have a pet. When you look at an average spay is 120 to 150 pound, depending on the vet. And that's a very baseline figure. You've then got vaccinations, which are sort of 60, 70 pound a course, and then fleeing and worming on top of that, and then the feed, and that's saying that everything is just as it needs to be and nothing goes wrong. And then if it goes wrong, well, you're then really going into some serious money.